Yes. So I am Sharita Gibson, everyone. I am located in Las Vegas. I'm originally from St. Louis, born and raised. I am a boss like all my sisters here on this call. You know how we do. We are here to talk with you guys about real life events, experiences as real women, real entrepreneurs, real bosses, real moms, some of us are wives. And I'm absolutely loving the topic for today because we've all been there, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure you'll find, one of these mindsets that we'll talk about relatable. And we just want to, put it out in the air and let people know that, you don't have to be stuck in a place, scared to branch out and do new things. Like we've all done it, and it can be done, and you can live the lives that you only dreamed of. So that's me. I'm gonna give it back to my girl Kelly. She wasn't here with us last week, so she got to make up for lost time.
Yes,
Go
I
ahead,
do.
Kelly.
Yes, I do. Well, you guys, let me just give you a little background on myself. My name is Kelly. I am from Louisiana. I recently moved to Houston, Texas, and just trying to find my way in. I know all too well about the subject that we're going to be talking about tonight because me myself have depended on this, and I just had to change my mindset and learn from it, grow from it, and and we here to talk about it. So, and I wasn't here the last one, but and I'm telling you, it hurt my feelings because I had a lot to say. I had a lot of build up inside of me, but I'm here from now on. So, we're gonna go right into it, Sharita.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
let's hop right in.
and we're gonna go right into it. So we ain't got too much time. Okay, so ladies on here, and we're gonna just go right off the top with the same question that Sharita had asked in I guess the group, or she shared on her Facebook. And this is for all of us basically. Would you ever remain in a lower income bracket to maintain all of the help, or increase your income and receive no help from the government? And this is for each one of you
Okay, so
guys.
I'll go first. Well, go ahead, Kayla, because somebody want to knock on my door.
Oh, okay. Well, before I go, let me tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is Kayla Joshua. I'm a financial service strategist, and I actually used to work for the government. I used to work for the state of Nevada as a caseworker, but I also was on government assistance as well. So I do get the mindset of people who like to remain at a lower income status because I feel the government kind of handicaps you. If you don't have two family income, you're not going to get this and that. We'll give you X, Y, and Z. If you don't make enough money, we'll give you food stamps, we'll give you housing, we'll give you medical, etc. And I'm not saying that it's hard to live not off the government, but I'm saying that because if they make it so easy for people to live off the government, it kind of deters people from wanting to get more in life. So I see both sides of the coin. Like I said, being a recipient, I had Section 8, I had food stamps, I had Medicaid. Only thing I didn't have was cash assistance. They only gave that to me for 1 month, but I also worked for the same people who gave those benefits. And I saw how it kept people mindsets below and down and not wanting to do better.
Okay, so my turn. So I my answer would be, just knowing where I came from. Of course, I'm going to choose to go into the larger income bracket because there are so many other possibilities and just other benefits to doing so. As far as my background with assistance, the only assistance that I've ever received was food stamps. While I was getting them, I would be totally honest. It was to me it was one of the most degrading things to me. I received it it was less than a year. I didn't even get a chance to recertify because that wasn't enough for me. It was great while I had it, of course, because it would allow me to feed my kids while I was in this weird like transition space. And I purposely said to myself, I was not going to rely on this. So I've, haven't had the luxury of having to rely on it enough to where it became where I was dependent on it. I'll say that, but I do, like Kayla said, know many people that it's a restriction that many people are placed in. I have some siblings that are like that's all that, they have some great ideas. I'm talking about like amazing things that they could do, but thinking about what's going to be taken away from them hinders that. So, and I hate that because you just got to take a chance. You never know. Like you'll settle for $500 when $5 million is over here waiting for you. It's just, I've always had the mentality that this is not enough. The assistance is not enough for the things that I want to do in my life personally. So that's my stance. I'm not knocking anybody who chooses to go or live within the lower income bracket because I get it. Like this year alone, having to see what the cost of medical or health insurance is for a family was damn near $800 a month. And I was like, oh my God. And then that's just your premiums. That ain't even what the doctor's gonna send you after the fact, after you done your $50 million deductible you gotta meet. So I totally understand. But I also see that there's so many more benefits available to us if we just think outside the box and don't let that limit us.
Yeah. And I could actually say something about that because I've never wanted government assistance. Never did. But it came a time in my life where generational curses from my parents and my grandmother and people in my family, that's what all they relied on. So I had to basically was pushed into it. Once I had my children, hey, we're gonna take you to the food stamp office. We're gonna take you this. We're gonna, and this is what I thought was my way of living. This is what we had to do until I started changing my mindset about it. Like, this is not what I want. I want more. I want more for myself. I purposely stopped receiving food stamps. I just cut it off. Hey, I know I could do better and I want more money. But and we as a whole, as tax preparers, we have clients that's like that. We have those type of clients. Well, I received this. I need to keep my government assistance. I don't want so we have to move around all of that. But me personally, I just never really wanted it, although I could use about $800 in food stamps right now.
Well, my story was kind of the opposite. Like you said, Kelly, I agree. It's a generational curse. But as soon as I got pregnant, 16 and pregnant, just like the show, the first thing I did, because that's what you're taught, was ran to the food stamp office. So I went right to the food stamp office on Owens and was like, I need food stamps. I'm pregnant. I can get some free food. They're like, baby, we can get you some for you, but not your baby. I'm like, why? They're like, the baby not here yet. Because my mindset was so low, because I went by what I seen my mama do. Well, my grandma, she wasn't on food stamps, but other family members do. I thought that's the first thing you do is run to the food stamp office and they're going to give you X, Y, and Z, So I get why people feel the way they do, because even if you work a job, that's kind of, I can equate that to being on low income, because it's people who work a job, like you said, Sharita, have $1 million dreams, but they're so used to getting that consistent check every 2 weeks. They won't follow their dreams because they're scared to step outside of the box. So it's the same thing for people who get government assistance. They're scared to get a job because they don't want to lose that safety net. I can recollect going to church, right? Because even though I own my home, the Section 8 people paid a portion of my mortgage because of my income and my household size. Granted, they paid $18 a month for me. $18. It wasn't about the $18. My income had got so high by working for the state. It wasn't the $18 that I wanted. It was the fact I know if I lost that job, they will pay my entire mortgage. I knew if I lost my job, they will give me benefits. I knew if I lost my job, they will give me medical. So when you snatch that rug from underneath people, that's hard for people to cope with because they're scared that they're going to lose every little thing that they have. And they don't have a support system and they don't have anybody to teach them better. When they told me I was losing my Section 8, I went to church and they said, anybody need prayer? I said, me. I need prayer. They said, you ain't got to tell us why. I was going to fall out on the altar and everything because I was finna lose my $18. But like I said, it wasn't the money. It was the fact they were snatching that safety net from me. No one in my home, in my family, but maybe my aunt owns a home and now my cousin. So I'm not used to people with a higher mindset. I wasn't at that point. Not now I am, but you got to think about it. This was 14 years ago. So how would you do? Can you guys equate that to people who work a job? You get what I'm saying? What about people who work a job, who have $1 million dream, but they're scared to quit that job because they fear that they're going to lose everything they have?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question
That's
because
deep.
it is. Because if you think about it, they probably took the job just because it was going to pay whatever bills for now.
Right.
And or unhappy with that, but then you have the feeling of not being able to get that off the ground because you probably are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's just not enough. Like I don't know what that feels like, but I can speak on having the faith in yourself to do it, and bet on yourself. It's so very important, but you wouldn't know that is a possibility unless you have someone in your circle that is encouraging of that, that's going to push you and tell you, hey, look, these are you're going to either take this or you're going to take this, or you're going to, open this business and possibly flourish. You don't know unless you actually do it. Take some kind of action and some kind of support where someone's literally telling you you can do it.
But most of our people don't have nobody to tell us that. I can't name one person in my family that was an entrepreneur. Barely had a job. The people who I seen with money sold dope. They sold something else. So if that's all you know, who in their mind, if they thinking in their right mind, who about to quit their job to be an entrepreneur and take a chance on making a whole bunch of money? They're going to keep getting them food stamps. They're going to keep getting that Medicaid. They're going to get that TANF or whatever they call it in whatever city and state you in. And they just not going to ever fulfill their dream or their passion.
Yep. Okay, y'all. So we're going to move on to the next question. Okay. So y'all sort of answer one of them, and it was just a really simple one. Have any of you guys ever received government assistance, and your reasons why? So we sort of answered that, except for Sugar. Hey, Sugar boo.
Hey, Sugar, you had some government assistance before?
We're gonna try to keep it. Let's try to keep it to 15. We're gonna try to keep it to 15 minutes with each question.
I know, but Sugar didn't answer that question.
I know, but she gonna get a chance to answer this next one. Okay, so how can individuals living in poverty shift their mindset to view government assistance as a temporary support rather than a long-term solution for upgrading their lives? Anybody want to
answer that?
Okay.
Because I work for welfare, what I used to do, because I had a lady come in, she just got out of prison, and she was making $25 an hour flagging, like working the roads and stuff, and she had a lot of kids, and they cut off her food stamps, but she kept her medical. And so I said, now you have more money, you can purchase food with cash, but at least your kids are covered because medical insurance is more expensive. And she's like, well, I don't understand. I said, SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's supposed to supplement the income you already have. So you have to educate them. So what I personally used to do was take the federal income chart, which is public information. Anybody can Google it. And it shows you based on your household size, how much money you can make and it's very little. It's super small. Like one person can't make over $1,300, and that's before taxes. So it's an education piece. I had to explain to her, this is your income, this is your household size, and if you make more than that, this is what happens. Even though the story didn't end up good, she came back the next day and quit her job just to get the food stamps. But I did do my job. I did explain to her that they want to keep us down, and this is what you're going to get if you stay within those means. So I would say it's education.
I
So
agree.
yeah. Oh, you getting ready to answer?
I was gonna answer. I'm
my
sorry.
bad.
I know you can be
Yeah,
next, Sugar.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were head to the unmute. But I feel like I don't know why this is a reoccurring like suggestion. Find the people, like really finding people that genuinely care about you, that recognize what your strengths are. Like, yeah, I didn't have anybody in my family that was an entrepreneur either. So I had to want it for myself. Instead of looking at their example as something that I aspired to be, I looked at it as an example of what I didn't want to be. And I think I was just born with that. It's my responsibility now to be that light for other people. So my nieces and nephews, they are not growing up without that example. Someone telling them that, this is how you do it. This is how this is how you're supposed to live, compared to the narrative, the opposite of what most of the remainder of my family shows them. So it's definitely having the support, the people around you that are going to be encouraging to you, that's going to tell you can do it. That's a great idea. Here's where you can start. Someone that can be a resource to them, to be able to help them with that mentality, because it doesn't just like come overnight. You have to desire that for yourself and your family to even want it.
All right. So we got 10 minutes left on it before I move to the next topic. But Sugar, I want you to unmute yourself and introduce yourself, and just answer the question as have you ever received any type of government assistance, and why?
Okay. Well, my name is Garland Taylor. Of course, you guys know me as Sugar. How y'all doing? Good to see you guys. You guys look beautiful. I miss you all. Yes. So yes, let's get to it. Yes, I did. I can do it all in one. So yes, I did. I did use government assistance. I had Section 8. I had food stamps. Now, I guess is that government assistance? I would assume it is. And the reason I did that, I think it was for me, because I was ready to get out of my mother's home. I was 19, 20 years old when I had my first child, and I wanted to be grown, and they were giving out these vouchers. So I wanted to get out there. Now, I really didn't know a lot about it. I just knew I could get out there and, they'll discount my rent. My first rent was like $281 because I worked. That was really, it was motivating for me. I was like, oh, I can do that. But the thing was, what made me decide, what motivated me to get off was I was a young mom and I also had a husband. So it became an issue. Like, I was newly married and I had to hide his stuff. I had to hide his income. It became an issue for us to kind of navigate when they were coming to visit, when they were doing it. The landlord had access, we didn't have access. We were trying to be a family. So that motivated us to I did it for maybe the first year, but then the next year they reevaluate your income, right? So then once the income came out, it went up to like 4 something. I was like, well, you can forget that. If I gotta miss work for appointments, I gotta, do all this extra. You gotta check your income. I gotta do all the miss. I don't want to be. That's what motivated us to kind of be like, okay, we gotta let it go, because it really wasn't. It was just something at the time I thought I wanted, just to be grown. So that was, to me, that was the motivation I needed, was them being all in my business, being having control over, my living, what I live, where I lived. That was also a thing. I'm trying to have a family, and I was living in maybe the hood a little bit, right? So those are things that motivated me, because I desired more, like you said. I wanted more. So I had to kind of motivate myself to get more. So hopefully I answered all of that all in one.
You did good. You even answered the first question too.
Right. That's what I said. I want to do it all.
You want to know what's crazy is and it's kind of something personal for me because my past relationship, I was told the reason why we wasn't married or wasn't going to get married is because he didn't want me to lose my assistance with the government. So and when y'all was talking, it kind of just brought back, like, it was like a trigger. Like, you know what, that's nuts, that's stupid. To try to hold me down and keep me in that place. Like, well, I don't want to lose my food stamps. I don't want to lose this. And because of the income is going to be so much more. So, and I know probably a lot of people is really going through that right now, is dealing with that. Like, girl, keep it going, keep it moving. So, okay,
But
so I
you're
have
not
another
the only
question.
man like that, Kelly. You got to realize men had that mentality too.
Yeah,
So you can't blame him. Men, that's all they're taught too. So if that's all they seen growing up, they know they can save more money if the girl is on government assistance.
yeah. So we kind of moving through these topics pretty fast. No, I should have had more questions, but I do have one more question. So we're gonna have to talk about 30 more minutes on this. So, what strategies can individuals employ to cultivate a positive mindset that empowers them to break the cycle of poverty and to focus on personal growth and financial independence rather than relying solely on the government aid?
That was kind of heavy,
Oh,
right? So
what strategies are
that
they?
was break
Let
it
me
down
break it down a little bit more.
a little bit more. But I would think that maybe for me, home ownership was a major thing for me. I wanted to
Damn,
have a home.
there
So
you go.
for me, that was what kind of motivated me to be like, I don't know if, Section 8's for me. Now, Section 8, they do have programs. They'll help you buy a home if you're on their program long enough. But that was one of my things. I knew that was my future goal. I wanted to be able to cultivate, like I said, have a family. So
Mhm.
for me to be able to do that in my mind, how we're raised, get you some property, own a home. And I knew I really couldn't do that if they, again, was in my business trying to I had to stay up on a certain income to get Section 8, right?
So that's
So
a
that
good
was my thing.
strategy. Like a good
So that was
strategy.
my strategy. I began to try to, I don't know if y'all heard of a Habitat, right?
Yeah.
Habitat has a program where if you apply for them, they'll clean your credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people didn't know, some people didn't know that. So that was my strategy. I tried to go through them. So that just home ownership was my to get me on off of it. Really, I mean for real. Cause I had to choose. Either I'm gonna stay up under this income and have them keep
Right.
me under this certain level, or I'm gonna have to just let that
Right.
go and pay $450
And
a month instead of $281 a month.
I think a lot of people do need to write their strategy out on how they could, get out of that poverty mindset. People, and really people don't do that. I went to a vision board party last year. Those, y'all know, and I felt like it was sort of a roadmap for me. Shut up. Yeah, I see y'all laughing. I see, not you, sugar. These two. See, I can't curse on here, but I want to.
I was there. Remember, I was there.
You sure
I was
was.
virtual though. I was just
Yeah, you
virtual.
sure was.
I
And
was
so
there.
I created this roadmap for, see, I can't even be serious on here. I'm trying to be serious.
This is just be real. So we have to be authentic and real.
So I can
So
curse y'all out on here. So if I'm
if you
being real.
want to get blocked.
Well, go ahead, say what you feel, sis, because that's what we do. We real on this one.
I created this roadmap for me, basically, because it's a lot of things that I'm going through personally to get to where I'm going. And so this is what I wanted to do. So, and I feel like it's going in a really good direction. Hey, y'all see the smile on my face? Yeah. So, do any Sharita, Kayla?
Yeah, I got.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me add my little two pieces. What was I gonna say? Dang, I'm
Make it about
trying
2
to be
minutes.
happy for sis down here, Kelly. Oh, I would say, while you're making a list of things that you are desiring in life, because I'm pretty sure no one says I desire to be on disability. I just can't see that. But make a list of the things that you desire, whether it's a huge house, a nice car, whatever it is. We don't care what it is, if it's a motivating tool, right? And from that list, really allow yourself to dream a little bit. Like, as adults, we literally got taught to not dream. We were taught to, from our education system, to make yourself fit into somebody's job as a position, right? So if it's something that you do desire, make a list, and then like a vision board party or a strategy party, put together plans to get to those goals. We know that getting it out your head and putting it on paper is going to allow it to manifest much faster than just thinking it. So you have to put it in the universe that you want it, and then make small baby steps, whether it's going to school to get a degree that's going to get you higher pay, whether it's to, not look at the people that glamorize this lifestyle where everything's paid for them. Because there's some people that do that now. Like I know some. They glad they get $1,500 in stamps. They rent is $2. You know who I'm talking about. Right. Choose not to be that person, because on the flip side of that, it's so much more and a better life that you could be living. Because one, they're gonna tell you who you can and can't have in your house, like Shook said, all in your business. If you want your man in the house, guess what? That's a violation. You can't have your man in the house. It was purposely put in place to, I believe, break up the home, if you ask me, because if you get an assistance, what do? They automatically go put the other parent on child support in most states. Now, that's a whole nother topic, but I'm just saying, like, it's made to have a single parent remain a single parent, and single parents rarely can achieve their dreams as a single parent. Think of babysitters, think of having to have one income in the house, think of all these things that will prevent you from getting those goals. And again, desire is nothing wrong with dreaming, and dream big. You know what they say, dream big. Dream big, and don't ever stop dreaming. And you just put small little goals in place to achieve it.
I agree with what everybody said, and I'm reading the comments as well in the group. But what I was gonna say, actually, April Edwards, I believe, said it as well. Education, education, education is the key. That's why I started my nonprofit, because I wanted to focus on financial literacy. Because we're not taught this. Unlike most people, Sharita, like you said, you was born with it. You know, God told you, this is what I want to do for you. This is what you need to be. And this is not your story. I wasn't born with that. I was taught, go to school, get a good education, get a government job. And we cap ourselves at the top because that's all we're taught. So if we're not teaching financial literacy to our community, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. And we're going to be going in a circle, doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's the definition of insanity. So, like I said, I've been there. I was on Section 8, have a husband, a little separated, but they reached out to me and said, hey, you have a man in your home? I was so glad he was in jail. He wasn't in prison then. He was in jail. I said, no, I do not. They said, we need to come by your house and come see. All his stuff was gone anyway. I got rid of it. So I said, please come by. Come on. And then they came by, searched the house. They said, well, where is he? Because we see you're legally married on paper. Oh, he's incarcerated. They see what he was locked up for. They left me alone. They say he won't come home no time soon, okay? Who wants to go through that? No one wants the government to dictate their life. But if that's all we taught, that's all we taught. My mama couldn't teach me nothing. My daddy couldn't teach me nothing. He was incarcerated. And my grandma could only teach me what she knew. So unless you have people surrounding you or that you can look up to. Thank God I had mentors at the Boys and Girls Club and outside things outside of home that taught me that there's more out there. So my story is kind of similar to Sugar's. I did get on that program with Section 8 and I purchased a home. I was only on the program for 2 months before they kicked me off the Section 8. But I purchased the home, but that's it. That made me say, well, now I'm not on Section 8. I got to make more money because if I don't, I'm going to lose everything I have. So it pushed me to have better goals. It pushed me to do more. And I wound up being an example for my family. So now I have certain people that's purchasing homes because they see what I had to go through. So education is the key because sometimes we don't have anyone that can teach us.
Yep. Okay. And so this will be my last question, and just go in the comments. But and I'm going back off of what Kayla was saying, what she was taught from her mom and from her grandmother. What are we teaching our kids to not go into that poverty mindset, to stay away from the government assistance? What are we teaching our kids? How are we teaching them? And anybody could answer.
Well, I feel like one, being the example first, because most children are gonna mimic your activity, your behavior, versus what you tell them to do. So
They do as you do, not as you say.
That's right. So I purposely live my dream out. They may be small, minor dreams, but my goal is to achieve every single one of them, and let my kids know that, well, from not really saying that, you know, this assistance is out there, but really not even bringing it up in the conversation. I had to also eliminate certain people around my children because of influence. Not horrible influence, but just, you know, those people with the mindset that ain't right. You wouldn't bring your children around somebody that was a rapist. So why would you bring them around someone that had just a negative mentality, just didn't want anything, didn't desire anything? So limiting those people around, would say something that I do. And then also just show them hard work. Hard work will get you anything that you want. I promise, anything that you want. And that's the example that I have to set. That's how I do.
I piggyback off of that, Sharita. That's good because that's exactly what it is. Knowing I'm just late, but you guys know my story or whatever. So I had to. You have to lead by example. As my children begin to age, that was one of my goals. That was something I always did. We would I have a crush it list where I write down the simplest things from the biggest things to the smallest thing. And as I finish those tasks, I check it off. And it's a small little motivation for myself. And I've always done with my children. So as they begin to age, I always said, I wanted to get my degree because I met my husband in college. So, but I never finished school. I just ended up having a baby, whatever. So I was like, man, I really don't want them to outdo me. So I set the goal. I began to live my dream out loud. I was like, I want to be a degree holder. I want to graduate before I'm 40. All these different things. And them doing that, them seeing me do that, it allowed them to see, okay, I know my sky's limit. My mama did it. If she can do it, I definitely can do it. So that's being educated, being motivated. And this is one thing I tell everybody, this is what I used to tell my kids. Money is gonna go up and down. It's always gonna do that, but never lose the hustle. You know what I mean? Just never lose that. Never lose that motivation to go get it because it doesn't matter. So that's what it is. So if you speak it, then you be it. They're gonna live it.
That's true. It has to be ingrained. Kelly, what's the question again?
It's what are we teaching our children
to listen? Don't have ADHD.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, yeah, definitely it's all about being an example of the example. And you can't get frustrated if they don't take, your words, but all you could do is try. So I have 2 children, one adult child, one minor child. My adult child, he's a workaholic, but he gets that from me because he's seen that's what I did. And that era, in that space in my life when I was on government assistance, I worked my butt off. So he took that piece, and that's what he does. He never saw the entrepreneur part. My daughter, she's a complete opposite. She gonna try to sell ice to Eskimo. Okay, she gonna hustle 24/7, because once it's in you, it's in you. Like, I will hear her talking like, oh, I want this house, but let me look on Zillow and see what the house prices is in that range and what's the interest rate. I think, what the hell? And when she goes around, her other side of her family, they be like, she sound like Kayla. She sound like Kayla. Well, I guess that's a good thing. And I always use that example about what I heard about Donald Trump, how he had $1 billion and he lost it all. But like Sugar said, he had that hustle, that mentality. Once you have it in you, you make it right back. So that's the main thing, is embedding it in them and showing them that it's possible, so they already know that they can get it and legally.
That's right. So like I just keep it repetitious. So I go into the and that's good. My
Kelly,
two
you
I
ain't
always say
answer. Oh,
I
I'm
always
gonna
say
say
with
you
my
ain't answer the question, Kelly.
I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it now. Y'all see it? Look, y'all see how they be getting on me. But and for our viewers, if y'all have anything to say about this topic, y'all definitely put that in the comments, and we're gonna head to the comments right
Some
after this.
viewers. Where the viewers at?
Girl, we got
In
viewers,
the group,
baby.
Sugar.
Where the viewers?
Girl, we got 12 eyes looking right now. Don't you dare.
Hey,
Don't
viewers.
you? We got
Facebook group,
24
sis.
eyes.
Well, I mean, they at the right place on a Friday evening. All right,
Yeah.
my bad. Hey,
So
viewers.
make it a little nervous, a little bit people looking. Okay. So, like I always say with my children, because with the age gap, I got my two oldest and I have my two youngest. So my two oldest seen a lot of things that the two youngest ones, they didn't. And they seen that poverty level. They seen me, they mama struggling. They seen us homeless. They seen that. And so their mindset is completely different than these two other little devils that I got over here that think that mama rich. And we know. So yeah, and I truly try to I always just try to instill in my kids every day. I'm always giving them life lessons, and just anytime they leave away from me, I always tell them to choose to make the right choices. Because every choice that you make in life has a consequence, whether that consequence is good, whether it's bad. And that goes with everything. They see their mama working hard. They see where I was at. They see where I'm at now. And I'm still doing it, still trying. And y'all, it makes me emotional sometimes when I think about it, how things were just 6 years ago, just 6 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy how things change once you change your mindset and you truly work very hard. And like Sharita said, dream big, dream really big. And if you work hard, you could truly get whatever you want, because hard work definitely pays off, and once you learn how to make $100,000, you definitely can learn how to do it again and again and again, because
Tell them how many jobs you had.
Oh, all my fingers. I ain't got no more. That's how many jobs
Kelly did hair, nails, worked at a hotel. She was a
dialysis technician.
Dialysis. I'd have lost track of how many jobs Kelly had.
Y'all, I could
Old Jamaican. Old Jamaican.
The Bayou Plug is truly a God-given name.
But now she ain't got to do all that no more.
I ain't got to do all that.
She can do the one she loved doing.
But guess what? I know how to do all that. But anyway, let's go to the comments. Okay, so and let me just go up. Let me see.
While you looking, Kelly, let me add.
You want to add something?
When you ask what are we doing with our children to prevent that from happening, one of the things that's very, very near and dear to me is putting our children in a financial position that would prevent them from having to even go to the assistance to start off with. It's so very important to know that not that I really sacrificed a lot to put them in that position, but just to know I cared enough about them so they don't have to go through those financial struggles that many of us have had to go through. So it's even though you may not have all the
That's
resources,
good.
that is one way that you
That's
can
good.
prevent this cycle that we may be in and change, you know, what kind of life your children live, is to set them up with the financial plan that's gonna make them not even look at assistance as enticing at all.
How many of y'all, and I know I'm going on another doggone question, but I'm piggybacking off of that. How many of y'all parents ever taught y'all how to balance a checkbook?
I just watched my grandma write the bills on a piece of paper.
Balance a check, kind of, sort of. I mean, she didn't. I seen her
Yes.
do it, and then we also was in a tutoring program. She put us in one that kind of taught us how to write checks and balance checks and things like that. But
Like, or anything that has to deal
we
with
weren't.
credit.
But no,
I learned at
just gonna say,
school.
Yeah.
I
I
learned at
just
school.
I didn't learn
I
at
did.
school, didn't learn at home, nothing.
no, but now credit. I was just gonna say, now credit, money, trust, things that we know now that we're in the financial industry. No, I didn't know anything. I was so green. So that's one of the things when Sharita said that us knowing that our children now
Right. And it's so
benefit
rewarding
from
for us
that
to be
knowledge.
able to teach our
Yeah.
children that.
Right.
You know?
I didn't know anything about credit, loans. I was writing hot checks. I mean, I didn't know
Girl,
anything.
what?
Bouncing from here to there.
Girl, I
Huh.
had checks bouncing all over
At the
Texas.
Tell
I
your
love
at the
truth,
it.
sugar.
Mexican
Tell your
listen,
truth.
listen, I
People
was
don't.
writing hot checks at the
The people
Mexican
gonna come
restaurant.
get me.
Not at
That's
the
the
Mexican
truth.
restaurant.
At the Mexican restaurant for some tamale, $42.
Man, you thought that was free money,
Hey,
huh?
$32
Sugar.
for a $42 check, but not knowing
Really?
no better. But no, let me tell you guys
Nobody,
real
I
quick.
didn't know. Them people was calling me and calling me and calling me. Listen, I didn't know. I
But
didn't know
no,
nothing. My
but no,
credit
let me
score
tell
was
you guys real
412.
quick, y'all. This lady, right? She came into the welfare office. True story. She was getting cash assistance. She had hella kids, like 5, 6 kids, or whatever. Right? That's a lot to me because I had 2 single children. And I ain't even raised them at the same time. That's a lot. Kids expensive. But she had like 5 or 6 kids, and her oldest daughter worked a job. And so because her daughter worked a job, she was 16 years old, the daughter got her cash cut off.
Yeah.
Do you know the mama got pissed at her? She was like, well, you told me I have to work a job so I could buy my own school supplies, my own school clothes. Her mama said, you see what you did? You done messed up everything for me and all your siblings. So now we not getting no money because you want to work a job. Because you want to work a job. So it's parents who repeating this cycle and forcing their kids to be lazy and not do nothing. So the girl got penalized for wanting better for herself at 16 years old. So how you think her life gonna touch? She's like, well, I'm trying to go to school. I want to go to college. I want to do this. Her mom was like, well, you're gonna have to move or do something because you're messing up our money.
I was just gonna say, in situations like that, I know of situations like that. They made the daughter move. They made her get out. You can't be here because I need my money. I need my assistance. You can't mess up my check.
That's crazy. Okay, y'all. So we got 15 minutes left. I'm gonna go in the comments and see. Quinita, she said, well, she was, I guess we were talking about the generational curses. She said, yes, generational curses pass from financial hardship, dysfunctional families, etc. I was 30 plus before I relearned how to break the chains. That's good.
Yeah, we have to unlearn so much for real, because what they
Right.
taught us is just not conducive, like to this day and age that we are in, and we not them.
Period.
Yeah. So I think Shakoya, she was.
It's not that.
This ain't that.
This ain't that.
She said, take off
I'm not
that
the one or the two.
limitation. Okay. They say that, sugar, Shakoya. She gonna, you must was saying something. She said, say that.
Say that shit.
Say it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dorian,
Real
she
recognize
said,
real.
when they took assistance from me, I felt so much better. I took a step towards having to go harder. It was a relief, for real, for real. I know that's right.
It makes it forces you to go hard or go home.
Yeah.
Aretha said, my oldest went through the mud. She said her oldest went through the mud with her. Done seen it all. Okay, yeah.
Ain't that something? You need to talk about that when you got them kids that grow up with you.
But you know what? You never know what they're gonna pick up on. What
Right.
part of your struggle or what part of your determination and drive, you never know what they're
Right.
gonna get.
I
So I
told them,
Yeah,
say,
so that's what I'm saying. I have my
$1
grown kids, what,
Sequoia
25,
said, thank
23,
you. Sequoia
25,
said,
23, 19. That I grew up with my kids a little bit, we all grew up kind of together. So they saw they saw the hot check in El Chico.
Right at the
And then
El
they saw,
Chico.
no, that's the name of the restaurant. I
and,
mean,
oh,
they
and,
was
and look, they
man,
saw mama writing
they had
checks.
a man, I had a warrant. Man, I'm not playing with you about that El Chico check. Yeah, real business. And then they know this. We're like, Mama, where we going? Where you will? Where you? I know y'all finna go somewhere. Where y'all go? Like they just know expected. Where y'all going now?
Sugar,
What y'all
it's
doing
so
now?
bad. Remember how you
All
said the inspections and stuff? I remember staying in the projects, right? And I was like, just, you get in your mood, you're gonna clean up, put you some music on, light an incense back in the day. Girl, why my son said, the people coming? No, we gotta clean up. You don't just clean up when the people coming.
And the
But
people coming.
that's what they, like when you, because I was deep cleaning, so because I was just in that mood.
Not the people. We used to hide his Timberlands and stuff, take his clothes. Yeah, put him in the car.
Y'all ever watch that movie, Claudine?
Yeah.
With
No.
what's his name? The man who played the king on Coming to America.
James Earl.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, he was the boyfriend that worked for the garbage can company, and Diane Carroll was the girl, the woman. He met her, she had like 6, 8 kids, and they was in love with each other. But every time the welfare people came, they had to hide the TVs, had the boots,
hide everything.
And
they was
he
living
got
good.
tired. He like, I want to be with you, baby, but I'm tired of hiding from the welfare people.
Yeah, that's how it was. Exactly.
He got
That's
tired of
exactly
having
what
them.
it's like.
And eventually, he got so stressed out in the movie, not to tell the whole movie, he winded up leaving because he didn't love her and love her children. He got tired of going through that with the government. Who wants to live like that? They say, oh, it's a man at your house.
And what's the name
That's
of that
the
movie?
homework, y'all. Go watch Claudine.
Claudine.
You seen it, Sugar, huh?
We're going to write that down.
I'm old.
Wait a minute,
People,
y'all also gotta make a crush it list. I wrote that down. That Sugar suggests a crush it list. You have to make it.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a mini vision board kind of thing, right?
It's like a short, and it can be anything. Like, I need to get cheese from here. I need to lose weight.
I do like that.
Whatever it is. So whenever you crush it, boom, it don't matter.
I do that on my daily planner. I do that for personal.
I be skipping over some stuff. I ain't gonna front.
It's basically holding yourself accountable.
That's it.
Yeah,
and it's a small, and you feel good. It's like
you do.
Small, you did that. Look, you did that. I said I wanted my degree when by the time I was 40. I had it at 40.
We right at our 10-minute mark. Let me see, Sequoia, she just said, awesome job, ladies. She enjoyed it. Miss Keisha Smart, the Kayla Joshua, I wish that when I was coming up that I was taught about credit and saving money. I tell my children to pay your bills and who you borrow from to keep your credit good. Sequoia said that Kayla, we was cleaning baseboards and Dad was hit his clothes in a 97 Cadillac with a big ring.
To. Yeah, baby, been there, done that.
Or even worse, not even having the parent in the house, period. Imagine the effects of that long term on your adulthood. That's me. I'm gonna tell you, that's me, because there was no man in our house. It messed me up. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yep. All right, ladies. Since I wasn't on here last week, I don't know how y'all close out, but Sharita, I'm gonna let you just take the horns on this one. But I really I'm gonna just say what I gotta say.
Okay.
Thank y'all for having me as y'all hosts tonight. I'm looking forward to next week's topic. We're doing next week, right? Next week.
What is next week's topic?
We was just going down the list. We have to take a look in the Facebook.
Yeah, so
I
sure hope it's getting hot in here. Boy, I sure hope it's getting hot in here.
Sis, keep it real.
It's cold outside. And
sis, keep it real. Keep it real.
Next week's topic better be juicy.
Let me find it for you. Hold on.
Listen, sis, keep it real. Because wait a minute, we doing this every Friday?
Yes, every Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, hope is let's get hot in here. What? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I hope the viewers know that I'm gonna keep it real, because I don't know who told them that we were gonna be here on Friday nights every Friday.
They said we can't curse.
It was Sharita's idea.
What's wrong with Friday? Hey, it's okay.
And Sharita, Sharita over there, cause she, that's her.
What?
It's her.
Friday. Good. We was gonna do it
It's
on
still early over
Sundays.
here on the West Coast, so I can still go out.
It's 9 o'clock now
Now
for
that's
me.
selfish.
I'm about to go to Esco's.
It's 10 o'clock, but not for
Where
me.
you go with Esco's?
Look at
Next
her.
week's topic, you guys, is
It's getting hot.
if I can. Oh, it's
It's
getting
hot
hot in here.
What the hell that mean? How did
Bev, what is that
it's getting
about?
hot in here? What the
The way that we close, we just went around and said our last final pieces. I'm super excited for next week. I'll go first. I learned like literally just going through these questions. It really just solidifies that I'm doing the right thing. Some of the things that you guys suggested was great that I'll definitely be implementing into my life and helping me to maintain this mentality, because it's one thing to get the mentality and lose it. It's another thing to maintain it and be able to still pour into other people and just show them a lifestyle that's realistic, but also you can live out your dreams, So I know that's my purpose. You guys help inspire me in so many different ways you would never know. So I'm always super grateful. I try to show you guys as much as I can how grateful I am. And Sugar, learning what I learned from you today, I would have never knew that. After doing the financial analysis with you, you are probably one of the most financially healthy people that I know with some of your habits. You rock, sis. So that's all I got to say. I would have never knew you did that. Like, never in a million years. Like, but he's dope. He's dope, y'all. If y'all ever need help with saving or being disciplined enough, Sugar. Yeah, that's her.
And that was gonna be my final thing to thank and to give it back to you, Sharita. I love you so much and thanks for pouring into me. You guys motivate me too, because I don't know whose idea this was. I hated it. Okay, sis, keep it real, right? This is what it's called, sis, keep it real, right? Viewers, okay. So, but no, I enjoyed it, and I'm sorry I was tardy. But that was what I was gonna say is that just keep the mental note of get your crush it list. I think it works wonders. It works for me and my children. Also remember the money's up and down. Just never lose the hustle. Motivation is something that you can't always keep, but dedication and consistency is something that I always pay you back. So I always remember that. Those are the small things that I live by. And I think that as long as you kind of do those type of things, we'll always be great, right? Yeah. Thank you, ladies, for everything. I enjoyed it, Kelly. But that's all I got to say. That's it for me. Right. I dropped the mic now, Slim. Next.
Let's Kayla got something to close out.
I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday night, because there are some people who are available on Friday night and would love to spend time with us. So thank you so much for doing so. I suggest Sharita and everybody that's on here, as well as if you're listening as well, drop some tips on what you can do to create that financial security for your children in the long run, whether it be creating an IUL. I love IRA CDs, Coverdales, which is educational IRAs, some type of stocks or bonds. I think those would be some good things to just wrap it up, because we don't want to just be sitting here giving out information but not actually acting on it and doing anything about it as well. Then I also wanted to state too, if you guys want to get your kids or teens on the call, let us know. Just like we did the Zoom tonight for us, us ladies who, we know there are other ladies in our age range who mindset may not be there. But if you want to start your kids ahead of time and you're not sure about financial literacy, you're not sure how credit works, let us know and we can do the same thing and set something up for your kids. So that's all I want to say. And thank you guys for letting us tell our stories and our truth tonight on Sis Be Real.
And that's that, y'all. So
Kelly.
Oh, I got something to say?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so I learned a great deal about all. If we wasn't close before, because we already like glue, we even closer because I gotta just look at a deeper, side of y'all before we knew each other, and I definitely feel much closer to you guys. Definitely take it. I've been writing down stuff, taking all the tips, everything, because if those of you that's looking, if y'all don't know, like these ladies right here don't have no problem telling me off, and I take it like a
And
grain
don't
of salt.
let Kelly fool y'all because she be talking to us crazy. We just try to take it in because we be scared.
We the big sister. She the
Yeah.
little sister over here.
I'm the little sister. That's right. I love saying that. Yeah, I'm the little one. Knucklehead. I'm hard headed, y'all. But so thank you everybody who came on a call tonight. Thank you, ladies. Love you guys. Thank you to all our viewers that tuned in. You guys, you do not want to miss our awesome topic for next Friday. It's getting hot in here, and let y'all mind just go with that.
I'm gonna
Whatever
say
y'all
somebody
think
gonna
is
tell
hot,
me what it means.
because baby, it's about to get real sexy hot, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Come in y'all lingerie then. If I'm the host and y'all want to get
we're gonna have lingerie on and everything. That's a good one.
You are lying.
Oh,
Put a robe over your lingerie. Because if I
get you a wine glass.
That's good.
Get you some wine,
get you some
your
handcuffs.
Y'all know it's for sweet baby Jesus' birthday.
Yeah. We don't know what day it fall on. We're gonna check. I don't know.
Next Friday is the 8th. It's not
the 8th.
Okay.
So it's suitable. It's suitable. We're gonna have our handcuffs in our hand.
I don't got nothing.
You're not doing handcuffs?
I don't got nothing.
I don't got none either. Just you, Kelly. Just you.
I got everything. I got
right.
whips.
We just talked about me being controlled. No, thank you.
We don't have those items.
I'm excited to see who is gonna be the host
little sister.
next week.
It's me, crazy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
April bring the jelly. April bringing the jelly. What she said? Hold on.
The jelly.
Oh, look, Lauren said she the little sister, y'all.
She bringing the jelly.
Yeah,
before y'all go, we would love to have a guest on our platform to speak with us next week. So if you feel like you have
sex appeal, you gotta have a sex appeal.
Whatever it takes to
get
us to that next level. Go ahead and let us know.
We need somebody that's not afraid.
Who got some bedroom candy representative? Who in the bedroom candy representative? They teach them how to talk.
The bedroom candy people. That's
y'all know who would be
they
perfect.
Teach them how to talk.
Aisha, she do the
my
bedroom
sister-in-law
candy,
right here. She'll be perfect
right now.
She'll be perfect for next time.
Aisha do bedroom candy, but she's not available right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna find somebody. One of these people that's watching us,
y'all. Okay, so if y'all guys want to be our special host and you sexy and you keep it hot and fire, drop it in the group so we could choose who's going to be our special guest for next week. So let's get it hot. What do you mean wait?
I can't wait.
Oh, that's
Sharita Shakoya said you want Koya or Miss Walker.
Miss Walker.
Oh, that's what say Miss Walker. If that's the case, get Miss Walker in this mud with some heels on, baby.
What?
YouTube gonna block y'all.
Crazy. Y'all crazy. All right.
We ain't streaming there yet. We got a YouTube page, or we just upload it to YouTube.
Y'all know we talk too much. Y'all, we gotta end this.
Say bye.
It's up to the Lord.
I was listen, when I tried to drop the mic a while ago, you didn't let me.
Well, this concludes our episode of Ascending Past Assistance. Ladies, it was a pleasure. I can't wait to see y'all next week. It's gonna be on and popping up here.
Don't forget to drop your name if you want to be a special guest.
Drop your name.
And also be sure to add another sis that's real up in this group. We need this many more ladies.
I didn't know we was gonna be streaming it. I invite people.
We need a lot of ladies.
Yes. We stream live in the group only. We don't stream outside. This is a private group. So make sure the people that you are adding are female. That's our one rule. And that they real. Just put them on in here. We're gonna prove it.
That's right.
And we're gonna let you guys go. And again, thanks for attending or sitting here chatting with us. It was a pleasure. And we're gonna see y'all next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh no, y'all.